RuneScape membership. Something we all had to beg our parents for as kids, just to pass through those pearly Tavali gates and see what the members' worlds had to offer. But since those days, membership has only gotten more expensive, and it's likely to be going up again soon. Luckily, there's another way, the old school bond. But with a current price tag of nearly 15 million GP, I had to ask, how long does it actually take to earn a bond? Starting from scratch as a fresh level 3. So here's our account fresh off Tutorial Island. As I go and collect my free runes, let me show you the website I'm going to be using for most of this grind, the free-to-play money-making guide on OldSchool Wiki. So this is a list of the top 10 free-to-play moneymakers. If I remove the really high requirement ones, and I remove the inconsistent ones, I have this list. So high alching is really going to be my ticket out of free-to-play here. I need to get 55 magic first, but once I get there, I'll show you how instead of 500k an hour, I can earn 2 mil plus an hour just with high alching. So I started off getting a few quests done, and then you gotta get your 10k from the stronghold. Just that's good starter cash just to invest. Don't make the same mistake as me here. I only bought 2 of the wizard's hats, but honestly just fill your inventory with them. They cost 2 GP each, and you sell them for like 300-400. It's just so much profit. Right, there we go. This is everything for Witch's Potion. Just take a little drink from the cauldron. 325 magic XP. Level 7. Lovely. There we go. Goblin Diplomacy. Right, so it's definitely worth buying myself a Chronicle and some cards for it, just to get me around the game a bit faster. And there we go. Mr. Mystery. 600 crafting XP, but the gems are a nice little pickup. Some prayer XP, all the way up to 10, 9 combat, beautiful. And this one here should be Rune Mysteries done as well. Lovely. There's 15 magic, which apparently with Bones to Bananas is a moneymaker. So our first XP training moneymaker is Bones to Bananas. And for one inventory of 26 bones, it costs 1,808 GP. And the bananas sell for 2,080, so you're getting 272 GP per cast. So I invested my entire cash stack in Bones to Bananas. And whilst those sit and slow sell, I'm gonna show you another moneymaker that requires no startup money. So you basically just pick onions here north of Lumbridge Castle until you have a full inventory. You walk them over to Aggie, and then be sure to use them on her, rather than go through the chat dialogues. Turn them into yellow dyes, and that's it. Right, so that's like 3 minutes for 6k. So times that by 20, that's like 120k an hour, with like no input. There's a profit as well, yoink. Alright, so I'm waiting for this stuff to sell. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna grind up some of these chocolate bars, just to make a little bit more money on the side. Oh, and there we go. Sells for 10k, so almost doubled my money there. So that's a pretty good money maker as well. There we go. There's all the bananas sold. It's not really a consistent enough money maker because of the 3k buy limit. We're up to 113k. 30 magic there. We must have made so many fucking bananas by now. So we start doing a new moneymaker here, which is stringing amulets. You can actually string any amulet at level 1 crafting, so it doesn't matter what kind of gem it is. And be sure to keep an eye on which amulet makes you the most money. Don't be tricked by the old school wiki because the prices aren't always up to date. So use a website like OSRS.exchange and you can track the real-time prices. So you can see here, the diamond amulet actually makes about 100 GP profit per string rather than the 50 that the wiki is telling you, meaning this moneymaker is actually twice as good. So I'm heading off to work, but I'm just setting up some buy limit offers. So we got bones, so I could do bones to peaches because these are capped at 3k. The iron plate bodies are actually profitable or break even to low alch. And then the pie dishes are capped at 500 an hour, but once you have a bit of startup money, you should just constantly have buy offers for these. Oh, there we go. That was the insta sell. And with this collect, it's our first 1 mil cash stack. We're making moves. It's slow going, but we're getting somewhere. 40 magic coming in there as well. Getting closer and closer to high alch. There's 15 smithing, so I had an idea to train my magic much quicker. And for that I needed 15 smithing. And we should make a little bit of gold along the way. So let me show you what it is. So this training method requires you to find somebody power mining iron ore. And the only spot in free-to-play that you can power mine iron ore is this spot in Alcarid. So you will probably find people here. But basically you just find where they're power mining, pick up an inventory of iron ore, and then walk to the bank. As you're walking, you're casting Superheat, and then you run back to the spot, sip a energy pot as well, just to make sure that you're like constantly running. At this rate, I was doing about 600 iron bars an hour, which was getting me nearly 32k mage XP an hour, as well as 65k GP, which is a nice little bonus. But you're mainly here for XP. There we go, this method is treating me well. That's 50 magic, so we're up to 53 magic now, which means with a wizard mind bomb boost, we can get up to 55 and finally start casting high alch. This is pretty much going to be the way I make money for probably pretty much the remainder of the account at this point. There's not really much better, like moneymaker wise, than this. 55 magic, so I don't need to bother drinking those anymore. It makes my life a little bit easier. I think it's probably worth showing you all how I'm finding the items I'm going to high alch. So I'm on the website OSRS exchange. I've got the settings to free-to-play items, and I've also put the minimum daily volume at about 1,000. I'm sorting by high alch profit, and then just kind of buying what I haven't already hit the limit on and what has a decent margin. 60 mage off the back of that. Still got a lot of high alch to go before I can afford a bond. Right, so I'm pretty much at the buy limit for most of the rune alchs. So I'm going to try doing another crafting method. It is definitely slower than high alching, but it should still be a good chunk of GP, and I will get some crafting XP at the same time. Okay, 40 crafting, we can swap over to ruby necklaces. Oh, here we go, so ruby ring sold, 206k, and the necklaces 1 mil and 60k. We bought a few rune chains. That's what, 3 mil and 14 rune chains. We've just hit an 8 mil cash stack. Something I've started doing is putting in like long buy offers. Rune plate skirt seems to be the one for it. So this is like a 1.8k profit for each high alch. So at this rate, like at a maximum you can do 1,200 high alchs an hour. So if you're getting 1,800 GP profit per one, you're actually earning 2.16 mil GP an hour. Obviously the downtime is pretty big because the buy offers take a lot of time to go through. But if you're not like in a rush to get a bond, like this is potentially the best moneymaker I've found. And I think the way it works is it must be bot dumps. So you can look at certain items and they'll have really big price dips basically every day at like similar times every day. And if you just find the right item for it, you can make so much money high alching. 70 magic coming in there as well. Nice big level. So I've been doing this for quite a while here. As you can see from the chat box there, the stack of rune plate skirts I have is going to alch for 10.9 mil. And I bought them for 10.45. So taking away the rune cost, that's like a 400k flip, and it's zero risk because obviously high alch price doesn't change. So the money I've been making doing this has been really good. You just have to be patient. Alright, so now that I have a good chunk of money to invest, I'm going to show you the last money maker that we're going to be doing to get ourselves to the bond. Going to be back on our trusty website OSRS exchange. And instead of looking for profitable high alks, we are instead just going to sort by profit. So we're still on free to play, and actually we can remove the daily volume cap. And this is instead stuff we can make money with just flipping. So some of the items near the top, for instance, like this steel plate skirt, I would avoid, because this is a very unlikely flip. You're buying it for 4k and you're selling it for $1 mil. Like, that's just not... That will take a while to go through. The profit that actually ends up being a bit more reliable are these like 1 to 200k ones. Well, I'd say 200k and below. So looking at items here like the Gilded Square Shield, the Gilded Spade, the Amulet of Power is probably a good one, but you're looking for the ones that are around 100, 200k profit for it to be worth your time. Otherwise you might as well just keep doing the high alching method. So despite this being my first time flipping in RuneScape, especially on free to play, it was actually pretty easy. So don't copy the exact items, but find items in the way I told you, and you should have no trouble making money this way. Right, so I've pretty much cleared everything of value from my bank here. 14.5 mil, which bond prices do occasionally drop down to. There it is. We fucking did it. An old school bond. This bond can be redeemed for membership. Just over 3 days. So 3 days and 25 minutes. And I mean, I definitely could have done it more efficiently, but I don't think we did too bad. Obviously my bank is just cleared. So once I'm in membership, I'm pretty much starting from scratch again. What would I say? What would I say about this? Honestly, don't do it to yourself. You don't need to earn a bond from scratch. Just work like an hour of a job. I mean, if you live in the UK, like minimum wage is 1 month of membership. And then if you only want to pay for 1 month of membership, it's so much easier to earn a bond from members. If you want to see that, I'll do a video of maintaining this bond when I go to a members world, so you can see what I can do in 2 weeks. Leave a comment if there were any absolutely busted moneymakers that I missed, and thank you for watching to this point in the video. Feel free to subscribe. I do have more video ideas coming in the future, but for now, I will catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone.